Hey YouTube, it's Petey Two Finger, and this is going to be a quick update slash recommend video. More recently, I was playing Mr. Prepper. Mr. Prepper, the game that was really cool and then kind of grindy and then went into the toilet harder than any game I've ever played. The driving segment was the equivalent of a slap in the face by the developer, and then the John Bon Jovi "Have a Nice Day" fight the computer scene was like uh, reliving childhood trauma. It was that bad. 15 minutes of wrist pain, just for no reason. Anyway, I'm playing Valheim. Valheim is a Swedish Viking game. Valhiem. This hit Steam not too long ago. I believe the end of February. February 2nd, excuse me. Valheim is a Viking game of survival, and you craft and you battle bosses that are from Norse mythology. So, if that sounds like something you'd be into, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing some video content on it. I'm at a stage in the game right now where I just beat the first boss, who is a giant moose with antlers, or is it a deer? Either way, terrifying and really cool boss battle. Um, as you see here, the game is really kind of designed to be played in a multiplayer, craft, survive, cooperate. Um, and I can see how this game would be fun to play with a group of people. I think what they're going for is this idea that you create a server and you have 10 people in there and you're all working together, kind of like Minecraft, to build a base. But there's a little bit it's a little bit more than just like a creeper coming out at night, or you've got to, in this game, you've got to run around and hunt animals, is what you're doing. You're hunting animals, you're grinding for resources to build, and chopping down trees. And my thing with it was that I ended up needing leather scraps. According to what I read about this game, and this is PD being super hypercritical of everything. What I had read was it wasn't shy on the resources, meaning you didn't feel like there wasn't enough of any one thing that you particularly needed, is what I had read. And I played it for about 2 days, and I kept dying right before I would want to build a home, or I was looking for a flat spot to build a home. There is not a flat spot. Um, you eventually end up with a hoe, but you produce this after you've built. So you kind of have to resist the urge to really build. You should just put up your a basic lean-to and get enough of a covering over your workbench and your bed, to let those function rather than build an entire structure, and then go ahead and flatten it out later. But my experience was that the hunting the boar got to be a little bit grindy. And what I ended up doing in the meantime to kill time waiting for the boar to respawn was using the hoe to make paths between the area where the boar spawn. And then that way I could just run on this path, meaning I would clear out the forest. I would go through and chop down trees in a line, and then make that path. So I wish I had would have comprehended that earlier, sooner. Um, and there is scary guys that come to get you. Uh, you can see a guy here. There's skeletons, and there's graylings and gray dwarfs, and then there's some other more challenging enemies that you're going to run into when you first start going into the Black Forest. And my thing about this game is this: it's that they want to train you in combat, so they make you really fight it out. Which for me, I'm not that good of a gamer, and I end up dying and losing all my stuff, and having to go back to the same location multiple times. Where there supposedly is a map where and it shows you the skeleton symbol where you died. And if you die again, well, you don't always know where your stuff is. And I think that they should very clearly have that marked. So that's something. If you die and lose all your stuff, you got to be hyper conscious of where you were, or better yet, don't go the long way home unless you've explored there, unless you're ready and willing to go, or unless you've trained yourself for combat. You know, I did not learn how to block early on. I just learned attacking. And real quickly, when you enter the Black Forest, the need for blocking comes in quite a bit. Like you'll do a lot better in combat if you're blocking and attacking. So perhaps I didn't approach it very smartly, and I'm learning. I'm just heading over that first hump. Built my second base, and I'm about to go into the Black Forest. So this game is really, really cool. It looks great. My version, like I think this game is logged. It's linked via the internet, like it's connected. Now, I'm not sure how that works with my version, which is a cracked version. I do know that it does start getting really low frame ratey at some points. And at that point, usually you need to save it. You can clean your cache and go back in, and then it'll smooth out. But honestly, I would say this game would be one, especially if you're of Scandinavian descent, you might just want to purchase this one. It's that cool. The game is so cool. I cannot tell you how cool it is. I like these Greylings. I really felt like I had seen them before in a book of Scandinavian folklore. I've seen these things, these Greylings, before. I swear to you, I have. And there was a rune that spoke of them. It was like when a murderer, a real evil person dies, when their body, their soul festers and attaches itself to some roots and some rotting mung, and that comes together to be one of these Greylings that wander out of the forest. And if you see it, you take your torch to it, or your axe, and set that thing free, because they're just pure evil. The Valkyries have ferried your soul to the 10th Norse world as a custodian, where you must adventure to the ends of the realm, from the deepest forest to the highest mountain peak, slaying the beasts of myth and legend feared by Odin himself. You will craft powerful weapons and build unyielding castles and sail long ships towards the horizon to prove yourself to the All-Father and certainly die trying. So that's Valheim. I'll be back with some video content on it. Just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. I'm kind of taking a break here. My daughter was here for a while with my grandson, and typically won't be doing video content when that's going on. Anyway, I didn't want to leave you guys in the dark. If you're into video gaming, definitely want to check out this Valheim. It's a really cool video game, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Take care of yourselves, and peace.